Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
A very, very special day and episode. First of all, D Millie is back. Now, you was here for the last YouTube episode, but we missed you yesterday on the Linear
Show.
So welcome back, welcome back. We got a lot of things to talk about, like the 10 most interesting teams we think when it comes to watchability for next season. But bigger than all of that, one of our GOATs, Chicago's very own, Derrick Rose.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Is back on the show. Like, he was on the old show, but now he's on Numbers on the Board, which is just way more official. Mm-hmm. And we got him coming in a little bit. How we feeling today, boys?
Feeling good. I'm pretty excited. You know, it's always exciting when you got the hometown hero coming on the panel
We
to chop
see,
it up.
because
you weren't supposed to be here today.
yeah, we can't get you through this door. Brought up Derrick Rose. That boy said, "No, I'm a bit."
We just got to bring Derrick Rose in all the time.
Yeah.
That boy told us I ain't gonna be here Monday. I ain't gonna be here Tuesday. That Derrick Rose reminder came up. He said, "Oh,
You missed that other message too. He says Saturday finna be a little spotty.
Yeah, great.
Better get a guess."
That boy deep into the offseason for sure. What about you, Mike? Derrick, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I can't complain.
Feeling good. Feeling real good. Interesting time of the year. I feel like every time I open up my app or apps, I'm seeing a lot of just clearly we're in the off season type of thing.
That nonsense.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it just be like overly, I don't even know the word I'm trying to use.
Over the top.
I don't even want to say it's over the top, because if it's what you truly believe, it's what you truly believe. But it just be like, I don't know.
Worth bringing up later in the episode?
I mean, look, so on some real stuff, I was planning on screenshotting a lot of like the nonsense I've seen on Twitter, just because like it's off-season type thing.
Oh, is it about Powell?
I mean, it starts with Powell, but it just kind of like.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
But nah, some guy tweeted out, Jamie over Tatum from 2020 to 2025. Tatum just had a better front office and management. But it isn't a hot take, just common hoops knowledge. And it's just like, that's how you know we in the damn off-season.
The off-season. People just looking around.
Looking for some shit to talk about.
All right. Well, we do got a lot to talk about. But before we get into some of these off-season takes and all of that, let's bring Derrick Rose into the show, man. Let's chop it up with our GOAT. Now we're joined by one of our GOATs. Y'all know him for on the court, but he is here not just because of the basketball play. We got to talk about Chestivals, which is happening this weekend in Las Vegas. DRose is a co-organizer of it. We got all the details we'll talk about a little bit later. Derrick, welcome to the show, man.
Man, thanks, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course. Like, we had you on the show like 2 years ago before we rebranded. You know, now we Numbers on the Board. We used to be Through the Wire, and we chopped it up a little while ago, and really excited to talk to you. I want to start off with the chess, though, man. Mm-hmm. The chess community and the NBA community has so much overlap. But what do you think it is about chess that a lot of players and former players really love?
I feel like it's parallel. It got its parallels to the game, but it's kind of different. I could quit playing chess in life. You really can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely got its parallels. But my whole journey came from me like just loving the game early on in my 20s, and it went from me playing it with my friends to me trying to find ways of like getting capital for kids to actually get something, or the guys that play to get something while they play. And I felt like I teamed up with the right people with this next partnership, or with this partnership.
So with that, the Chestivals going on, you got former players like Bulls legend Tony Snell, Marcus Smarterson, and Drew Good, and DeAnthony Melton, Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, where y'all gonna be teaming up with chess pros and running it. Who's messing with you? Out of those players we just mentioned, when it comes to the chess game, of those players, who's the best?
I mean, I really don't know, brother. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this, because chess is like a cult thing, meaning that it's only secret, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, if you talk about it, you'll get guys to like whisper about it, then you will actually have like a whole tournament that's being played in the training room with the staff and everybody that's a part of it. So who really love to play. So you'll be surprised who play it. Out of everybody in the world's 800 million people that play. So you just got to pull out a board, and you will be surprised who actually get on the board. Yeah. But with me, I always show respect in chess because of that reason. You never know who really can play for real. So there's been plenty of times I got on that board and got my ass kicked.
Is there a world where we get the DRose versus Vic anytime
Yeah.
soon.
I mean, Vic, he got his own thing. I reached out to him a few times, so
Yeah.
hopefully he participates somewhere down the line. But with me, I have to start somewhere. And with the guys that you just named, those are close friends, and they played. And once again, we didn't have those conversations about chess early on while we were playing. It was all after.
Yeah. I got there's a lot of people in our community that actually play a lot of chess. Do you play any online chess? Like, is there a way somehow?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You play a lot of online chess? Okay.
.com, bro. I'm on there. I play. I mean, I took a little break, spent some weeks since I really like played every day, but I'm on there every day, normally, all night, find ways to like fall asleep,
Look-
be on YouTube, listening to something and playing chess.
Let me confirm one thing. My cousin said he plays you in chess all the time. Kid Wonder. Is Kid Wonder nice?
I'm a little kid, yeah.
Okay. All right,
No,
Kid. Listen.
I played Kid through Ken, of course, Ken. He got us in contact, but that was years ago. That was
Okay.
years ago.
Oh, you got to lock back in.
DRose said he better now. That was
But
years ago.
chess is it's an interesting game, man. I just feel like around this time, like it's no coincidence that this game been around for thousands of years, and I live in a space now where like I'm present. And Magnus, he just made a big deal with chess.com. They bought his app for like a crazy amount, and we see now that it's capital, or people are really making dividends. So we're just trying to boost it up, put visibility on the game, and trying to get these kids to critically think, especially in shot. It's catching your feelings at the right time, and really thinking things through.
When you think about youth basketball for a second, just switching gears, because obviously I've seen little PJ hooping a bunch on social media and whatnot, and it was cool to see y'all hoop during last year at Simeon when y'all was hooping together. What is missing in youth basketball, and do you think it's something like chess that kind of can operate the brain on a different level? Being in this generation, we a little younger than you, but we kind of grew up in the same era where a lot of our life was just going outside and playing basketball 24/7. And now with all of the gadgets and devices and iPads and different things like that, it's definitely taken a step back in society. And I think you can see a part of that in youth basketball. But what's some of those things that you think is missing? And could chess and other things similar be something that kind of bring us back?
That's a good question. Right now, I feel like it's the fundamental parts of the game. Like, I feel like with like the older guys or the guys that are around my age and the people that played before me, we always had a sense of like having principles or dictums that we stood on throughout the game. And I feel like because you have so much access and because their bodies are able to allow them to do certain moves early on, that you could kind of get caught up in the facade of thinking that like the step back moves they're cool between them, that's cool. But do you know how to pivot? Do you know how to throw a precise bounce pass, chest pass, over the head pass, like the little dictums of the game that helps you during tough times that kids are just having, that they're just overlooking. I wouldn't say they having trouble with. It's just that like having the right people, having the right coaches. That's one of the reasons why I came back here, because PJ, the coach that he got now, Troy, he does a great job with explaining and breaking down just the knowledge of the game. Like he gets on everybody, and now it's kind of hard to do that with certain kids and entitlement. So it's getting back to the fundamentals, man. The old saying, back to the basics.
Yes.
That's what I always go off of, back to the basics. I feel like with the basics, you can build off that, but when you got everything else, you don't have a foundation. So all you have to do is just speed the player up. But when you got a player that knows what he's doing, it's always based off of how their fundamentals are. So that they don't get rattled during tough situations. But with chess, once again, I feel like if kids pick it up, I feel like it'll help them somewhere down the line with thinking past, like I said, that first moment, that first instance when someone disrespects you in front of a bunch of people and you got that pistol on you. Pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even entertain that, because that person, you never know what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? So like understanding people, everybody's hurt. And just because they're expressing it in a certain way, that don't mean that I have to participate in that foolishness.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, how's life been post-retirement, man? How you been? What you been up to? And is there any plans for the future?
I'm good, bro. Right now, I'm forming my verticals right now. I got like the chest, of course, and that's just a paradigm. So I partnered with Freestyle Chess, Magnus and them, they're Freestyle Chess, John, Jason, and Thomas, they're Freestyle Chess. And my paradigm within that is Chestable. So I leased it to them a certain amount of years, but within that, I could still do my own events and go off and do wherever I want. I still have my liberation to do whatever I want with my paradigm. So with that, I have outside of that, I have my flower shop. And outside of that, I got construction now I'm working on.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Get to it, man.
He all over the place.
Yeah,
Okay, I
get
see
to
it.
it. Yeah, we was there at DRose night. Saw
Yeah.
the speech. He's like, man, that basketball shit done. I'm a businessman now. He meant that. Yeah.
I mean, we setting standards, right? Like I feel like for my family, I want to be able to max out however I can within this field, so that if the next generation come up and they see that like they enter a lane or whatever it is, I want to be the first to put down that flag in that lane. That's just me personally. Like nieces, nephews, whoever is on this path next, it's like, damn, you was here too. Yeah, I've been there, bro. Like, yeah, I was already there. So I want to be able to set standards and have my relatives and my relatives, of course, my family, see that and push them and motivate them to be ambitious too.
Yeah, like P mentioned, we were at DRose night. From our perspective, it was the best game we've been to. First of all, the Bulls got the win versus the Knicks, but it was a very emotional day. From your perspective, as you were the guy being celebrated, what was that like?
Causing all that damn traffic, man. It took me forever to find a park, man.
My bad, man. I mean, this retirement about to be even more crazy.
Right.
But, like, I mean, all this is solely for the fans. It's never about me, because I felt like it was all the same thing, bro, where I needed the city and the city needed me in the way, or they loved the way that I hooped in the way. And now looking back at it, like the love was mutual, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that, or I felt the love from the kids at a certain time. Or whenever I come back now, a lot of kids that were watching me around that time, of course, they were in nefarious things, but at 7 o'clock, they were inside the crib watching the game. So we were kind of preventing people from actually getting hurt out there while we were playing.
This question is something I've just been curious about.
I'm gonna throw him under the bus. He ain't come to DRose night.
I watched it at home, man. I watched it at home. It was a great night. I thought Stacey King had some great words too on that night. This is a question for me. I've always been curious. So, were the sleeve jerseys that bad to play in, or did the NBA just get rid of them because like Bron ripped them off a few times?
Yeah, I felt like it was that. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, I played with bigger shirts under my college jerseys.
That's how we grew up playing.
Right.
Exactly. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to make an excuse. But, I mean, I don't know what. I really didn't fall into that conversation or that trap. I just pooped. But I had no problem with that. I actually liked them.
I thought they was dope jerseys.
Yeah, me too.
Totally different.
Every time somebody get interviewed from your generation or your era, and they get asked about that tough matchup or that person that just had them up at night, it's always you. You get a lot of respect from your peers, you know, whether it's the point guards, Rondo, and, you know, the Kyries, the Stephs, everybody just give you your flowers. I wanted to know, who was that for you? Like in your prime, when the Bulls was running through the Eastern Conference, who was that guard, you know, that you was like, damn, I got to deal with this,
bro. It was everybody. And the reason why I say that, it was kind of like that Floyd effect, where Floyd, the reason what make him so great is that he's so scared of getting knocked out that he protects himself. That's different than everybody else, and nobody else can copy that. And I kind of felt the same thing. Whenever I stepped on the court, I competed in a way where like I wanted to break your will while we played. And I didn't have to say it. You could just tell by the way that I played, or like the matchups. Like if you play well against me one night and the next night, you know, I'm playing extremely hard the next night. So, I mean, even with my kids now, that's why I tell them, like, man, if you're going to do this shit, make sure you give it your all. because the game will reward you. And not only that, people can see it. Like you can't like fake the hustle or fake the grind. Like if you give them the 110% out there, no matter who you are, you could be the kid from Indiana, CJ. Like no matter who you are, you can see that he played extremely hard when he steps on the court, and he could be disruptive. And that's how I tried to play with me having like more skill. Where when you saw me, I was gonna try to break your will throughout the game because once again we were sticking one another. I didn't shy away from any matchups, and we was just gonna see who was gonna get the best of each other that night. And this was gonna lead to every year thing where I was gonna try to destroy you every year. Get close to you.
I know you talking about hard work, but how hard is it actually? I don't think as viewers know how hard it is to actually win MVP.
The youngest.
Like, yeah, especially, you were the youngest MVP ever. So, like, how hard is it to win MVP?
It's extremely hard. I mean, you got to dedicate your whole life to it, man. You got to make I play chess now, so you got to make a gambit move. A gambit move is sacrificing a piece to actually get ahead in the game. And when I was younger, my gambit move was I rarely went out, and I was kind of obsessed with the game. And with me being obsessed, it kind of led me to get close to that record. And I thank God though I got injured because I tapped out. I would have been like stuck and it would have been a totally different person. So but it takes a lot of work though, bro, to even get close to that. And you have to be delusional.
Mm. Who are some of the teammates that helped you the most throughout your career?
I was cool with every teammate, believe it or not, bro. I never had a problem with any teammates, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like with every teammate, I had my one-on-one time with them where we got close and really built a bond. But I was always cool with like the older guys on the team, like the Kurt Thomases, like the guys that had families and was out the way. I was always cool with them. Mm-hmm. Like the guys that were my age, I really wasn't cool with because they like to go out. Yeah. And I really didn't go out the games. We used to win. I go right back to the room while they celebrate the night. So like, we got close, but not that close.
Sound like me.
Yeah,
I'll definitely go back to that hotel, chill for the day.
Back to the hotel.
You definitely felt that watching Bulls games too. Like y'all team camaraderie, it felt like y'all all enjoy being around each other, and it seemed like it was like a real brotherhood in that locker room.
No, it's a fact, bro. Like I said, I ain't going out, but I'm coming back the next day in the locker room. They're like, "Oh my God, nigga, it was cracking out there."
I want to confirm one thing. Jeff Teague on his podcast said that before you had your 50, you went into the locker room and said,
"Our minds is to say."
You had to say.
I want to know if Jeff Teague has me lying.
Jeff Teague said you went into.
He don't be lying, bro.
So that's facts. You said you was gonna drop 50.
That's a fact. I asked, was he playing? I seen Jimmy wasn't playing, and I said it, bro.
What was going through your mind? What made you feed off the energy to say, "Man, I'm going for this shit"? Then,
like I said, Jimmy wasn't playing and Jeff wasn't playing. That means that's 20-something shots. I'm going off field goal attempts. That's 20 shots I can get up if I do my thing and I make majority of this. I could keep shooting, and that's what happened.
Hey, I don't blame you. You gotta have that killer mentality.
Thank you for that night.
Yeah, for sure. You can see the emotion on you. Seeing you cry at the end of that was so like. As Chicagoans, that just meant a lot to us.
It's my wallpaper on my background on my laptop for a long time.
But every player look for that moment in the league, bro, believe it or not. And every player can get close to that moment. That's how skilled guys are. Mm-hmm. It's just that you rarely get it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Get it.
One of the last things I want to personally ask is the relationship with Coach Cal. Because I don't know if you remember, on DRose night, Arkansas, I think they had lost to like Tennessee or something. I remember they had a game and it was somewhere far, and we was talking about DRose night all day, and we was like, "Damn, is Coach Cal gonna be there?" And then we looked and was like, "Oh shit, no, he all the way in Tennessee. He ain't gonna be able to get there." And then we was sitting pretty close, and I remember looking up, and all I see out of the tunnel is Coach Cal, and I'm like, "Damn, he came all the way. They just lost. I know he mad. You know, Coach Cal don't like losing. Mad as hell." Got on that jet, came all the way in a short amount of time to come support you. So I want to know what that relationship is like. And was Memphis or Coach Cal always your choice? Was there anywhere else? Because Jeff Teague, I think, also told a story where he said some shit like Coach Sampson said that he was gonna get you and him.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was close to going there. So I was supposed to, on my list, I had Indiana, DePaul, Memphis, Kansas, and UCLA
Okay.
on my list. And of course, when Cal came, he changed all that. Like my brothers didn't allow me to go to like North Carolina, UCLA. North Carolina wasn't on the list, but certain places my brother didn't want me to visit because they thought I'd commit just off of the campus.
Okay.
UCLA was on my list, but they didn't allow me to go there. So I went to like Indy, Illinois, Notre Dame, and of course Memphis. And when I went down to Memphis, I seen like how close they were, and the only piece they was missing was a point guard, bro. Like no bullshit, just a point guard. And I'm looking at like how old they are, how connected they were, like a real team, and once again their ages. So everybody was like a junior and senior. So I'm like, damn, I could come here and just fill in and play with older guys. So I'm looking at them like a big bro. Cal, of course, tricked my mom, told her that everything was gonna be smooth. I get to campus. I fucking like go through like a hazing point with him where he was like pushing me to play extremely hard in practice, and which I hated. So I was calling back home like Chicago dudes do, wanting to transfer right away. Like, man, I'm about to leave. He lied to my mom, this and that. Bruh, we started the beginning of the year. We winning. We almost went throughout the whole year winning, but I knew that he was the right one for me. Right before the tournament, he come in the room, he called me in the room, and he like, man, if you don't play the way that you play, like normally play, we're not gonna make it far. And that's all I needed him to do is basically like give me the keys to like for me to play the way like I played in AAU. Like during the season, I'm playing in this offense. I'm not getting that many fast break points, like because I'm playing restricted. But once he gave me the keys, I'm like, all right, like that's all I needed. Now everybody just got to follow me, and now I'm getting rebounds, pushing it like J Kidd, and everybody just follow my tempo. But Sampson did almost have me at Indiana though, because he a cool ass coach and I like the campus. And I was playing with EJ. It was gonna be EJ at the time before he decommitted from Illinois.
Yeah.
But I just felt like I wanted a team instead of like an individual. With EJ would have been just a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
But with Memphis, I felt like it was a more of like a team, like a system. You know what I'm saying?
Probably my favorite college team all time. You, CDR, Antonio Anderson,
Oh, yes, sir.
Robert Dozier, Joey Dorsey. Yeah, I love that team, man.
Tiger, for sure. Yeah.
What
Tag,
was
up?
the emotion like after you leave Memphis, projected first pick regardless, but they flip the card and they say Chicago Bulls won the lottery, so you get to stay home?
I mean, I was in LA at the time when they was doing the picking of the cards and all that, the team, and I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro. Just like everybody else, but at the same time, that's been my life ever since I've been growing up. I've been in quagmire like situations and not understanding or like being in the unknown. And at the end, I get some type of transparency and I figure it out. I adapt. So like even with all that, I mean, now I'm in the same state where I feel like it's the beginning, but I'm still in the unknown with me having so many verticals attached to this.
So I wanted to talk to you about like matchups. Like why do you think in the league, like in your era, it seemed like we got the privilege of seeing marquee matchup, like your point guard matchups when you were in the league. Y'all guarded each other and y'all went at each other. Now it seems like point guards no longer want that smoke.
They run from it.
Everybody run from the smoke now. Nobody want to guard each other. So like what happened in that transition that we went away from that? Why did that happen?
I really don't know. That's something that you probably got to ask a present player, but that's what made me want to guard other people. Because in the beginning of the game, right at the tip, I'm judging you right off the tip. If you get the ball and I'm not sticking you, like I can't even do that in Chicago. If I was to ran from any matchup in Chicago, it wouldn't be what it is right now.
Right.
They'll say that I ran. They'll remember that one matchup. So I always stuck the best player. If you was gonna give me 40, give me 40. I only got scored I got scored 40 on like once or twice or something like that. And I remember those, but every other person, like I felt like I guarded who was guarding me. But in the beginning, if you're not guarding me, it's no matchup.
Yeah.
Like papers, journalists, people that's watching TV, whatever this outcome of this game is tonight, he ain't guarding me. So it's no point in even calling it a matchup.
Yeah.
How much would you say the city of Chicago has an impact on your game? You know, because like people from we got that certain kind of like style or whatever. Like, you know, we got the game that we've been playing 32s with 15 dudes that's sitting in the paint. Or like, you know, there's a certain
We
style
used
in
to,
Chicago.
man. Kids ain't
It's a
doing
certain
that.
style. I don't even think they play 32 like that. no
Everybody
more.
got trainers now.
Yeah.
It's a trend, but I feel like it's a grit that we used to play with in Chicago. If you feel like you can intimidate somebody on the court, you're gonna do that. So I feel like that separate people right from the jump. Like right as you a kid, you in grammar school. If I can't bring the ball up in Chicago or handle a press while I'm in grammar school in Chicago, I can't call myself the best. I can't even be on that list. I can't bring the ball up.
Yeah.
So you can't even talk. I ain't trying to have none of that off the court, bro. Like you ain't got a left hand. It's like certain periods you got to have to even get to certain levels in Chicago because of the skill level that's been set and that's present now.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
the only thing that's missing, like you said, is the kids that's playing outside, in which you got to look at the totality of it. It's dangerous outside. So kids got to find safer places to play. If I was a kid growing up right now, I damn sure wouldn't be outside playing.
For
The
real.
strength of like me knowing like what I'm around and what's the majority that's around me, like the percentages. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is safer here, so I'm gonna go here. So if it was that for me, I was just I ain't had no indoor court, so I had to play outside. If I had that shit, I would have been somewhere playing indoor. But I had to put crates up on trees, crates up on.
They don't know nothing about
man.
that. They don't know nothing about that. They too
Oh,
young.
man.
They
all
way
that,
too
just,
young.
like, hooping out, all that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hooping in the alley with the crates. Man, I ain't did that in so long. I can even imagine.
Yeah. My mama used to be on my ass because too many cars was coming through, but it was worth the risk.
Exactly.
I,
You know the grind, dude.
Last thing I want to say to you, man, DRose, always a privilege and honor to have you on the show. Not just for us, but even for other Chicagoans who gonna see this. You like a older cousin to us, so we always love to see you, always love to hear from you. Much love, much respect. Last time you was on the show, I had asked you, I told you we from
No,
Chicago.
but look, before you even said the jerseys, right?
He already know. He already
He could be from Chicago. Chicago people big.
Check it. This my man's right here. This my man.
What up,
Art
what
right
up?
here.
What up?
What's up,
This
bro?
my man. Hey, Zach bullshitted me last time. Zach, I told him he was gonna get the jerseys. He set up the interview last time, but my man Art got y'all this time.
Okay, cool.
I believe it because I be seeing him with you. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fact, bro. He get it
Yeah,
done. That's one of the
appreciate
reasons
that,
why
man.
he can super
Love,
solid.
bro. We appreciate you, dog. Again, always got a seat for you. Next one, we got to have you in the studio. We know you're a busy man, but definitely,
Yeah,
man.
I'm here though, bro. I told you I got time. I'm gonna make time
All right,
Say
bet.
less.
We all in the same city.
Yeah, we
for
here.
sure.
Love, bro.
I will see you.
Love, bro.
Peace, bro.
Congrats on everything, yo.
Thank you,
man.
too, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep going.
What a time. What a time. What a time. What a time. Shout out to our boy Derrick Rose for stopping through. We got to get him on the panel next time.
Absolutely.
Now we've did two episodes with DRose and it's been through Zoom. We know he here.
Yeah.
He's got to get him here. Send him a
Yeah.
black car and then boom.
Definitely sign the backboard for us too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to get that done as well.
He was at the NASCAR event yesterday with Alonso.
With Lonzo.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Zoe, still repping Chicago.
Was
Even though he's not here no more.
I was surprised to see Alonso there too. I was like, why is he still here? You seemed like he would have been out immediately.
But sometimes you sign those contracts, them obligations still pop up. You got to make it happen. I did see that he did his first press conference with the Cavs a couple days ago, though.
Also, he was just in the Midwest. He probably just swung through.
Just made it happen.
Probably got a crib here by now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's
Definitely
summertime shy.
Yeah, no place better. Let's get into some NBA trade stuff because yesterday we had a trade that had the Clippers, the Jazz, the Heat, who agreed to a deal to send Norman Powell to Miami, John Collins to Los Angeles, Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson in the 2027 second-round pick to the Jazz. And Kevin Love looks like he's going to get bought out, but we do get some type of movement. How we feeling about it?
I'm gonna let Derrick speak. I feel like I haven't heard Derrick speak in a while. So this your episode, boy.
This is my episode?
Yeah.
I got something later in the episode.
ISO.
It's got to be your episode.
No, I mean, shout out to the Heat. The Clippers didn't want to extend Norman Powell. I think he's a weird guy to try to gauge his value. I don't even know what his max amount of money he could have received But they figured, hey, we don't want to get into that second apron and extend a dude that we don't think is worth the value of what he probably wants. So they sent it to Miami. Miami could determine if they want to extend him or not. They get John Collins. So I like it for Miami. I mean, they add some depth, but other than that, I don't. This deal didn't really sway me that much. Like no team really essentially got much better. Seemed like it was more of like a financial thing.
Well, I think Miami got much better. They gave up nothing and got in a player.
Yeah,
I like John Collins on the Clippers personally.
I do too. I like them. I like him more than Norman Powell on the Heat. I just don't think Norman Powell's gonna really do much on the Heat.
What does that mean?
Not gonna move a needle.
Yeah, like I mean, the season last year, if somehow he could replicate that, and maybe, but
they back.
I wouldn't expect them to be like they jumping up to a 4 seed or they jumping up to this.
It's Norman Powell and Tyler Hero as your backcourt. That's a lot of offense. Nothing on the other end. That's definitely not a Spo way of playing.
I just think I like it out of Miami. I mean, I like it for the Clippers too, don't get me wrong. I like it for Miami because you literally didn't give up anything. And for a team that's always trying to at least be somewhat competitive, Norman Powell helps that. Like, Norman Powell was averaging like 22 points per game before he got injured. And it's like, if he can replicate some of that, which maybe the Clippers don't believe, and that's why they end up trading him away, then it's just a win for a team that like Heat fans will be talking about Pat Riley not being able to do things. This obviously ain't Kevin Durant, and this obviously ain't Giannis, but like it's a significant upgrade from what they had. And in the Eastern Conference, that's worthy in my opinion. It's not enough to contend, obviously.
Yeah, the last point of it being like a little bit of a weaker East is definitely like you're giving yourself more of a chance.
No, the last point before the last point is why I think this is not. It's the fact that their entire offseason was Kevin Durant or who were the other names? Who?
Giannis.
No, he wasn't really
even
available.
less than
Before
Giannis.
that, it was like Dame.
It's always a link to something, and then they come out with the Norman Powell. I mean, it was Jonathan Kuminga. It was all of these other things, and
Norman Powell's better than Jonathan Kuminga.
If the Clippers aren't going to extend him, are the Heat going to extend Norman Powell?
I mean, he be giving out money. You see that Tyler Hero contract about to come up, so who knows?
I think that's just bad management. If you get Tyler Hero 50 M's, I just don't. Now you got Bam and Tyler Hero, both making 50 M's. I just don't.
I feel you, but it's just like, what you gonna tell him now? We can't sign it. Like,
yes.
What you gonna sign him to?
Less than 50 million.
Yes.
I mean, that's what everybody in the NBA is doing smartly.
Yeah.
I mean, the restricted free agency is literally at a standstill. I haven't heard anything about anything when it comes to like the Cam Thomas. As far when I mean heard, I mean like progression to the deal being done. Cam Thomas, Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga. The restricted free agency is literally like, yo, I want this. I got Quentin Grimes is in this as well, where it's like, I want $25 million, I want $30 million, and the teams is like, we ain't doing it.
It's more dangerous outside of restricted free agency, but I'm looking at like Tyler Hero. His market don't make me feel like
he's worth 50
the
million.
Wizards gonna be like, here go 50 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to have the reputation as the Miami Heat as a team that'll take care of their players, but also we got to be smart about it as well. So if we got to be over 32 because quickly makes 32 million. But if we say 38 to $40 million a year, Tyler Hero, it's 10 less than what he could get, and that 10 less might be a difference between you going out there and getting the next guy or so on and so forth.
Because having so much money wrapped in Tyler and Bam, your team is going to suck. I'm just being honest. You can't have those two guys making 50+ million and expect to have any sort of wiggle room to get better. They just aren't those. They not those dudes the way they demand that type of money. Bam already got it, but like I just don't see them being. If your aspirations as the Heat is to win championships, that financial chokehold that's gonna put you in just ain't worth it.
And it's not like they got crazy draft capital either to like make some shit happen. So it's gonna be one of them weird things, man. Like with the second apron being a thing, it's really gonna make teams think, and that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of these restricted free agents and guys, we gotta wait. We gotta wait to really see what their market is.
No, yeah, it's all because of the second apron. Because back in the day, this is the scheme of like one team offering your guy. The thing was, you don't want to lose your guy, and you don't want to have to pay him nothing crazy, because it used to always be a desperate team that's like, man, that's your restricted free agent, I'll give him $7 more million to see if you're going to match it. And then you end up having to match it, kind of like the Pacers and Suns situation or whatnot. So now that every team is not even playing those games because you want to be smart, you're not even getting a go show us you can get 27.
you're not even getting shown that you can get the deal. Like, these guys ain't even getting an offer from anybody just to entertain anything because the money, teams not even playing around with their money like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's smart.
The Nets was the team that people was like, oh, maybe they can. No, the Nets, like, we're not even playing games like that. We're not even about to even entertain the idea of just giving a offer sheet to Kuminga or Giddey just because money is too fickle out here. So it's going to be extremely interesting.
And it really could go both ways where a player, and I'm just going to use Jonathan Kuminga, but say he wants this amount of money, but he ain't getting that. So it might just be eye-opening. Or if your team is just saying, like, man, go get that somewhere else, you could look at it like, damn, I thought y'all believed me. I thought y'all want, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
that's
it could
always
be like a separation.
That's
there.
how we get to the point where so many players don't even hit restricted free agency.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we believe in you. I'm just gonna use this name and not disrespect, but like Franz Wagner, we don't even want you to go hit restricted free agency because that might cause a ripple in our relationship. So here's $200 million. Here's a max rookie extension because we believe in you. We believe in you. Sometimes players can hit restricted free agency and be like, exactly that. Like, damn, I thought this is my home and you telling me to go get it somewhere else, yada, yada, yada. But sometimes it's like, the business have to be the business. Every time we talk to a player, they always say we recognize that it's a business. In this situation, if I'm a general manager, I want you to go out there and go get an offer sheet if I don't believe you're a max player. That's just the business. That don't mean I don't fuck with you. That don't mean that you ain't really worthy on this team, but do we want to have flexibility? Do we want to build around you? If the answer is yes, then you might have to make $8 million less than what you think you deserve. But if somebody does give you that money, we love you, bro. We'll match it. They did it with Zach LaVine. Got an offer sheet for the Sacramento Kings. They did it with DeAndre Ayton, who got an offer sheet from the Indiana Pacers. The offer sheets always get matched. It's very rare in NBA history, or recent NBA history, somebody get an offer sheet and they're like, fuck it, you can just go. It just don't happen.
Yeah, because you never want to lose your asset for nothing.
And sometimes you lose your asset outside of restricted free agency, and it is worth it. Because you took it to you drove it to the wheels fell off.
And the toughest thing about restricted free agency, if we completely being honest, is that a lot of times what you're trying to do is project. Because guys are coming into the NBA younger and younger and younger with the one and done, and even when guys was coming out of high school, but the contractual situation is a lot different now than back then. Is like you'll get a guy like a Cam Thomas. So it's like Cam Thomas is how old? Is he 24?
I don't even know if
23,
he's there.
24, something like that.
So he's
Maybe
23 or
23.
24. So you're trying to pay him for what he's done while also projecting. You get what I'm saying? It's like that is a very hard thing to do financially, because it's real easy to look at Powell and be like, yeah, he's already made All-Star. He played it super good in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Unless
We're not letting him hit restricted.
yeah, unless you are a spreadsheet type of person or analytical guy.
Cam Thomas turns 24 soon.
So yeah,
In a few
you're trying
weeks.
to project. Like, it is so tough to do that because even a Josh Giddey, who had a hell of a end to the season last year, is like, is that going to be consistently who Josh Giddey is, or are we going to pay him $30 million and he's going to be back to what he consistently has been, which is not a horrible player, but it's not $30 million worth player.
Yeah.
Quentin Grimes, the flashes he's shown, is Quentin Grimes really that player at a $25 million level? Or are we going to overpay and realize that Quentin Grimes had a hot streak? He's just a solid player, and we're now paying him $25 million. So to me, that's the toughest thing where.
Which one is tougher to? I think the Quentin Grimes one is the toughest to gauge.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
He's not really wasn't a starter.
full health, you don't know, like, I guess what the production is gonna look like as with the team.
Because he never had the full responsibility of being like the point guard as like a
I don't
Josh
know.
Giddey.
I actually take it back.
He also was like the #1 ranked player out of high school too. So maybe he finally unlocked it at 24
You remember
years
what he was
old.
doing in that summer league?
Cam Thomas might be
that's fact.
Cam Thomas or Kuminga might be the toughest one.
That's fair. I think
I think
Kuminga
Cam
is up
Thomas
there
might
for
be.
sure. I don't know. Cam Thomas archetype, I just don't fuck with either way.
That's fair.
But even
That's
if you
fair.
do fuck with the archetype, it's still a hard thing to assess because where is that archetype really
Yeah.
success rate going?
It's that progression that you like. Is he ever gonna be a reliable playmaker? I'm not even gonna say a elite playmaker, a reliable playmaker for one of my top guys. Am I gonna be able to count on him defensively? Like, it's stuff like that you just don't really know.
Yeah, what does he do on a team in 3 years, hypothetically, if the Brooklyn Nets are trying to win again? Like, what is his role? Is he the go-to scorer on the championship or a playoff-worthy team? Probably not, right? So in that case, is he worth 25 million? So yeah, the Cam Thomas one is really interesting.
Because he can definitely score the hell out of the basketball.
I'm a big Quentin Grimes believer. So like I think there's a world where Quentin Grimes can do a lot more of that. The question is that the role on a winning team? But I think even if he's not, I think Quentin Grimes could be a legitimate complementary player on a winning team because I've seen him guard up and down. He can catch and shoot. He'll have nights where he goes off on his own thing. Quentin Grimes' biggest thing is finding a home, right? And then ultimately being healthy and having his confidence be relative to how it was last year. My boys played for the Knicks, Pistons, 76ers, Mavs. He's bumped around. So
let's get back to the trade because the Clippers, y'all say y'all like the Clipper side of it, and I do too, especially because this opens up an opportunity for them to add a couple more pieces. Because right now it really is just like James Harden as a playmaker. They got nothing else as somebody that can really dribble the ball outside of him and Kawhi Leonard, obviously. And, the rumors are flying about what Bradley Beal buyout could look like. Chris Paul could be back in Los Angeles. And if they add one of those two dudes, mostly Bradley Beal, I guess, then this trade is almost flawless in my opinion. Because Norman Powell, as much as he was good last season, he also is, 32, 33 years old. So if we offer him an extension and he didn't like it, he wanted 4 years versus 3 years, and I'd rather just dump that off for a 26-year-old John Collins.
Brad Stevens on if Al Horford will resign with the Celtics, I'd say that's unlikely.
There it is. All right.
Figured that.
But John Collins, I think, works pretty well on a team like the Clippers.
He's a legitimate lob threat. I mean, we saw it with Trae Young, so I think he goes with the other dude who's an amazing lob threat, a lob thrower in James Harden. So sounds like a perfect match. I like it, especially if he's gonna shoot the 3-ball well too.
We'll see about that.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
yeah, I know he hasn't been that 40% shooter he was when he was at Atlanta for a few years, but
They add Bradley Beal. They add Chris Paul with Bradley Beal. This team is gonna be.
They feel like one of the more complete teams.
Yeah. You could have a bench where
I'm excited to see Bradley Beal in a new situation.
Chris Paul, Brook Lopez coming off your bench.
Holy shit. Geriatric team, if I've ever heard it.
I like it.
I do too.
Dinosaurs
Chris Paul,
checking
Brook
in off the
Lopez,
bench.
John Collins.
I think John Collins start.
I'll move Kawhi to the 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the best thing about it is that they have an opportunity to be versatile, right?
Yeah,
sometimes it might be him, sometimes it might not. Sometimes they could go small and just have John Collins at the 5, Derrick Jones Jr. So
Batum.
it just adds versatility to this lineup.
Chris Dunn, they might still have Bogdanovich.
They do,
He's due for a bounce back.
Yeah.
He had a horrible year last year.
He still caught it and shot it decently once he got to the Clippers, but he wasn't creating like he used to. I'll tell you that much. There's a time when Bogdanovich would put that ball on the floor and make something happen.
Is he still on his streak? There's no way he is.
His 3-point streak?
Yeah.
That is a very good question. I don't know.
What was his 3-point streak?
Does
It's
made
just
one
like
3 a game?
Made a 3 a game, and he was like,
Hell no.
he's keeping it up though.
Even when he was struggling, he got that 3 to fall once. It may have been 1 of 8, but damn it, he got it to fall.
Did he have the longest streak in the league?
I don't think
I think it was
longest,
Steph.
but it was still pretty damn. Yeah, Steph Curry exists, right?
Yeah, it was Steph.
It was still pretty long of a thing. So yeah, good trade, and we'll see what Bradley Beal or Chris Paul could potentially end up doing.
Yeah, I see a game early in the season. He went. Oh no, that's 2. My fault.
It ended in January.
Tough. Well, he got time to start another one.
He had a long way to build it back up.
So I read through the comments of last episode, and I got a bunch of tweets that said we didn't get on y'all ass enough after what y'all did at the end of last episode.
Bro, I was so out of it mentally. You threw a quiz at me and it just threw me off completely.
Well, guess what, motherfucker? I'm throwing another quiz at you.
Let me ask you a question. Just me and you talking.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you hear stuff like that?
Which part?
What that bullshit he just told you. He was so mentally out of it that he couldn't name Joe fucking Mazzulla. We're not talking about Bob Pettit. We're not talking about Jerome Kersey. We're not talking about Terry Porter. We're not talking about anything that he don't know. We're talking about the current coaches.
Yeah.
And we're not even talking about Brian Keefe.
Right. That's where
we're not talking about that. We're talking about Joe Mazzulla.
Championship coach.
Yeah. But I don't know who Joe Mazzulla is.
Well, we know that because you've mentioned his name before. But I understand brain fog because damn it, I have brain fog all the damn time. But it's a level to it that I think that y'all both collectively went into that makes me feel like it was unrealistic for it to be brain fog.
Plain and simple. Plain and
because
simple.
I definitely know who Joe Mazzulla and Kenny
I
Atkinson
so
is.
my problem was I could see his face, but the name was just blanking out. It was really
So
just
maybe
blanking out.
those are brain fog, but like even the other 8 that you didn't get, that was brain fog too?
Well, no, some of them I legitimately admitted I didn't know some of them. Yet.
Right. That's still a problem. But with that being said, today I got another quiz for y'all.
What is it?
It's not as fucking easy as name the coach of the Boston Celtics, but it is a quiz, and Pierre, you can play too because this is not an easy quiz.
No, I ain't. Hey, with all due respect, I'm not playing, and I don't want you to give no hints because this is my issue. My issue
is a tough
is
one.
you have situations like that, and instead of being like, man, yeah, I got to get on my shit. I don't know, I was tweaking. It's 1,000 excuses. This ain't like a thing that's just like random. These games and shit people be wanting to see play is because this is a thing that be happening. And even the comments said we didn't get on y'all ass enough. These are the same comments that usually be saying I be on ass too much. So if they saying it wasn't enough, that they the ones. They'll let you know if it's overly done.
We did get the graphic too that the Enjoy team made. That was like, "This is your job," and it's like you like.
I saw
screaming.
that.
I got that saved for later. I'm sure I'm gonna have to use it one time in my life.
Joe Mazzulla has to be a name that brain fog can't. Like I'm trying to. Jordy Fernandez, I got you. That's brain fog to me. It's brain fog.
Coach of the Brooklyn Nets, by the way.
It's brain fog.
Oh my God! If you knew that 3 days ago.
But it was even the thing. The funniest shit was who he played for all last year because he did it every time, and every
It was the
time
same
he
names.
slid in Trey Alexander
Yeah.
at the end, and y'all like, ooh, the Hawks. It's like, no, the fucking Nuggets. Okay. Next time, remember, 2 weeks later, Trey Alexander. Ooh, the Magic. Yeah. That's all, man. But I can't wait to hear this one.
So tune in if you want to, or jump in if because these are not again easy questions. I got a Stat Head membership, which is so fucking fun. Shout out to Stat Head, not an ad, but like it's where you can put like different filters and
On
find
Basketball
specific
Reference.
games on Basketball Reference. So here are the questions. I got 10 of them. Y'all can work together. Just throw me a number and I'll ask you the question that is associated with that.
And Mike, I'm looking at you to step up because you broke my heart.
Where he
Talk
tried to
about
play
some-
the game.
Talk about something.
I'ma let him
I'm gonna
answer.
let Derrick answer. Why? Because you know? Yeah, I know. Give me an initial then.
4.
Number 4, and again, y'all working together. What player fouled out the most this season? The player
Draymond
fouled out
Green.
7 times.
Draymond Green.
Not Draymond Green.
Dylan Brooks.
Not Dylan Brooks, who was second. He had 6.
Sar Thompson.
Not Asar Thompson.
Amen.
Not Amen Thompson.
Jalen Wells.
How many times? 8?
7.
7.
It could be a big, too.
Yeah, I want y'all to talk through it because it's
So,
it's not
you
a
just
TikTok,
gotta-
it's a pot.
It's usually Isaiah Stewart.
No.
What about
It's like
Cat?
the physical defenders.
Cat?
No.
That was a good guess.
That, is either a bad defender or a real physical defender. And it's
It's not the latter. I'll tell you that.
okay.
So,
like shot blocking centers?
Brooke Lopez.
Let's get away from that position
To be
completely.
honest. Get away from that position.
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little guard.
Hackers then. Who hack?
Aaron Neesmith.
No, not Aaron Neesmith.
Lou
Halliburton.
I don't
No.
Lou Dort.
No.
Jalen Brunson.
Mm-mm.
Hackers.
I was thinking
Caruso.
he just be fouling.
Russo be having like 5.
But he be
6
coming
fouls
off the
in a game.
bench. He be coming off the bench too, so he not even playing like consistent.
This guy's a former All-Star.
former All-Star who fouls.
May not know him as a fouler. That's why it's such a cool stat.
Oh, Steph Curry.
No. Former All-Star.
Well, yeah, you said former. Sorry.
Um,
Bradley Beal.
No.
Paul George.
No.
No, it couldn't be him.
It's a guard, point guard.
A point guard. Chris Paul.
No.
Trey Young.
No. It's warm, though.
What about what the little point guards at D Mills?
I
Darius.
don't know if you got to go that way either.
Oh,
He's a former All-Star who his ass probably don't do anything defensively.
LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball
Oh,
is correct.
That's in last year.
Last year, he fouled out 7 times.
He didn't even play that many games.
Exactly.
That's
That's
why
why I
this
said.
Stop all that damn hacking, LaMelo.
All right, throw a number at me, Derek.
10. Wait, what was the numbers? Did you say 10
1
questions?
through 10, yeah.
Okay.
The Spurs. This Spur set a record for most 3-pointers attempted in a season from somebody in their franchise. Who was the Spur?
Is this a last year?
Yep, for 2024, 2025.
Julian Champagny.
That is correct. Champagny is right. Good job, fellas.
Oh, good job, Derrick. Derrick got that one.
Okay.
I was about to say Justin Champagne.
1 through 10. Come on, give me another one, Mike.
1.
Number 1, 96 times a season did a player attempt 15 plus 3-pointers in a game. Can you name the player that shot the worst percentage in that game?
LaMelo Ball.
Derrick on his shit. LaMelo Ball was 3 of 18, which is the worst somebody has shot with 15 plus attempts, which is 16.7%.
2, 3. Okay.
Number 2 on the list was his teammate.
Miles Bridges.
Mm-mm.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller was 3
I
of
didn't think it
15.
was him because he didn't play. He literally played like 10 games.
And then Anthony Edwards had a game where he was 4 of 17. So y'all bounce back on the last 2. Give me another number.
8.
2.
Number 8. Derrick White made 265 3-pointers this season, breaking a franchise record. Who was held by who?
Tatum.
Not Tatum.
Brown.
Not Brown.
Ray Allen.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Kemba Walker.
Nope.
Kyrie.
Nope.
Pierce.
Nope.
Allen.
Nope.
I just said Allen.
Oh.
Larry Bird.
Nope.
No. I'm just thinking of shooters that play for the Celtics.
Is it a white guy?
I'm not giving you no hints.
Damn.
You
said
already know
how
one
many
franchise.
threes was it?
265 was how much Derrick White had.
But he just recently beat someone.
Mm-hmm.
265.
They had to be shooting a lot of threes.
Pause on the. Did he beat himself from last year?
No. Did he beat himself? Nope.
And he said, "Oh,
I can't believe y'all erasing my boy.
Isaiah Thomas.
It is Isaiah Thomas. Y'all went every era except for the Isaiah Thomas
Yeah.
year.
You
Isaiah
gave him a
Thomas was the
hint.
guy. I did give him a hint. My fault. Next number.
9.
Number 9.
See, you fresh off the Celtic one and 9 for Rondo. See the connection.
Which NBA team had the most blocks this season?
The Houston Rockets.
No.
The Thunder.
Nope.
The Cavs.
Nope.
Most.
Ooh.
Was it the Lakers with Anthony Davis?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
The Mavericks?
No.
Thinking of teams with strong front courts.
Could it be the Celtics?
It could be, but it's not.
what about a team that's like all
Was it like
around?
randomly the Pistons?
No.
Like the Timberwolves, because you got Rudy and
Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards.
The Timberwolves.
No.
What if it's a weird team?
I feel like I've seen this.
It's gonna be the fucking Jazz.
I feel like I've seen this stat, and it
It's
was
like
an
the
obscure
Nuggets or some
team.
shit.
It's not that weird.
Okay.
It's a really good defensive team. It's not one of them random. It's not the Bulls or something.
Mhm.
So we said the Knicks. We said the Celtics. The Raptors have a lot of length.
The
But
Warriors?
I don't remember.
Mm-mm.
Clippers.
Mm-mm.
Shit.
The Spurs.
Nope.
I thought they got Vic.
They had Vic.
Well,
if he
yeah,
was,
he
if he was
missed-
there all
yeah.
year,
If he would have played, he probably would have been number 1 on this list.
the Grizzlies?
No. I think y'all named every
The
really
Pacers?
good defensive team
Not
except for this
Pacers?
one. No.
The Cavs?
Nope.
Orlando.
What?
Orlando Magic is correct.
I could have sworn we said
My
that.
fault. I shouldn't have
I
answered.
thought D-Mail said Orlando.
He did not. All right. I'm going to just go in order now. 18 players had a game where they had a plus minus of plus 40 this season. Only one rookie is on that list. Who was that rookie?
A plus 40.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Jalen Wells.
No.
AJ Mitchell.
No.
That's a good ass guess though.
It's got to be one of the teams that was just blowing people out.
He don't play a lot though. He would have got in at the end.
It's good logic.
Dude, oh yeah, that's true.
He would have been a plus 7.
I was gonna say that the Cavs any rookies that came in, but yeah, you got to play like the whole game. Kella Ware.
No.
I couldn't see that he beating the team by that much.
You never know, man. You never know in the NBA.
Plus 40.
It's got to be like a top team.
Donovan Clingan.
No. No, he played enough minutes to have a plus 40.
Is this Stephon Castle?
Mm-mm.
Zachary Richardson?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Come on, talk me through the
This
thought
is-
process, y'all. We
I'm just trying
podcast.
to I'm just trying to think of rookies that
I
may
won't
have
guess.
gotten.
But I'm a.
Don't connect
No.
You guys.
because I'm thinking of rookies that may
Jerry
have.
McCain, Zach Edey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing rookies out.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of dudes that may. Ryan Dunn,
No.
who may have just came in when their team was blowing somebody out and just like.
But he said plus
Yeah,
40. Like plus
you gotta
40
be a
is
part
mean.
of it.
Yeah, plus
Oh,
40 is like
yeah.
your team literally dominated the whole game.
If your team blow out a team and you come in, you're probably gonna be a +7. The damage done.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's Jalen Wells is as good of a guess as I think outside of the actual answer.
Yeah.
Modest Buzelis. Who else was drafted in this draft class?
Reed
Tristan
Shepard.
De Silva.
Oh, Reed Shepard would have been a good guess. Tyler Kolek?
Nope.
No.
What the fuck?
He don't. Thibodeau do not play his ass at all.
That's true.
You know, Thibodeau don't like rookies.
Stay locked in, Mike and Derrick.
So we did not anybody. Let's just go through some of the teams.
Alex
no.
Sarr, Bob Carrington, Keyshawn George.
I don't think the Wizards were ever spanking ass like that.
Yeah, it'll be about 40.
My mind, I didn't even
Top
act like
teams
I
is-
remember who was.
Well, just go
smacking
through each real quick. Is Cavs? I don't think any rookie like really played many major minutes.
No.
ass. Do y'all? That ain't how the NBA work though. The Bulls will beat your ass on any given night. Like the Bulls ain't shit, but they'll bust somebody's ass. The Kings can bust somebody's ass. Like
yeah, I'm just going off teams that like
How about we just take some guesses, guys?
sure.
I tried to name all the rookies that was playing.
Keyshawn George.
Nope.
Um,
Y'all gotta lock in.
Cody Williams.
No. Holy shit.
I know he's been bad. I'm just naming rookies.
He had a good summer
I'm
league
just-
game last night, so shout out Cody Williams and Bryce Sensabaugh. God,
He had
Yeah,
37.
Yeah, I like
Isaiah Collier.
He one
No.
of those too good for summer league.
no,
guys.
seriously,
Modest Buzelis.
it is Modest Buzelis.
Oh. I didn't think the.
Yes, they did it against
Y'all
the
making it too
76ers.
hard. Motherfucker went to the top of the East. He said, "Let's see, the Cavs like that was the only teams that can win by 40
In the
or
game
have a 40
What
point
game?
lead."
What game was that?
against the 76ers, he had 17 points.
Oh, 76. That shit don't count.
Dang, that's crazy.
I'll play it.
9 players this season shot 20 plus free throws in a game. Who was the only player to go 100% from the line in their 20 free throw game?
20
Jalen
free.
Brunson.
No,
Shay.
no,
Steph.
nope.
You shot that many free throws?
He's the best free throw shooter. So
Hey, if Steph got that kind of whistle, boy, he ain't got that kind of whistle.
20 free throws, but
Anthony
he
Edwards?
made.
Mm-mm.
James Harden.
Giannis.
Nope,
Kawhi.
nope. Giannis, 21 for 21, 20 for 20.
Oh,
If it was the finals, he might.
hey, bingo! If it was the finals, that motherfucker.
Cat.
Nope,
K. Cunningham.
incorrect.
I'm thinking of dudes that are okay free throw shooters, but they can get to the line a lot.
Anthony Davis.
Nah,
Ja.
this guy's a great free throw shooter.
He's a
Why the
great.
hell he get fouled that many times?
It's an aggressive game.
Only a great free throw shooter can go 20 or 20. I wouldn't have thought of an average motherfucker. An average motherfucker was gonna miss 3 or 4 of them.
Great.
Greatest free throw shooters in the league right now.
Well, I wouldn't go greatest.
He's up there.
For real?
Damn.
Of all time?
No, in the league right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought all the time too.
Kyrie Irving.
No,
Devin Booker.
no. It's a good guess, though.
Kevin Durant.
Nope. This guy's a
You said
career
20 for
88%
20?
Jokic.
free throw shooter.
Jokic.
21 for 21 to be exact for this play. No,
Don.
Donovan Mitchell.
nah.
That's a good guess though.
This guy's a guard.
He's a guard. Okay.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
Once
Tyler
y'all
Hero.
give
Jamal Murray.
No. When
Maxey.
y'all get to 20 guesses, I guess I'll start throwing a hint so we're not stuck on
Maxey?
one. No.
He's a guard.
Out east. That's all the guesses. I mean, the hints I can give y'all.
Because we got Darius Garland, Donovan
Dame?
Mitchell, Dame, Jalen Brunson. We have Tyrese Halliburton.
Young.
We have
Trae Young is correct.
Oh.
Trae Young was 21 of 21 versus the Charlotte Hornets earlier this season, which is nuts because I don't know if y'all remember, he intentionally missed a free throw like the game before when he was on a perfect streak, And then the next game, he got blessed with 21 from 21 from the line. So, like, you know,
Get
that's
the free
good.
throw
That's good
percentages
karma.
back up.
That's good karma, man.
I feel like the pressure to make 20 straight free throws it feels like.
I think they was
insane.
busting ass, so it wasn't really no pressure. He was just shooting. All right, next one. 2 players this season played 39 minutes in a game and didn't score a point. Can you name one of the 2 players?
Ron
Draymond.
Holland changed his number, by the way, to 5. I'm sorry.
Draymond Green.
Damn, Malik Beasley's just gone now, huh? No, Draymond Green.
Damn, you right. I didn't think of that. Shit.
You said they played 39 minutes
And
and
scored
then
0 points.
Kuzma?
Not Kuzma. That was the postseason. These are regular season stats.
How would you feel as a teammate? You work through your contract, your other teammate, like, hey,
Snatch your number.
hey, he coming back? I can get his number.
Run the
Let's go
question one more time again.
They played 39 minutes but
played
didn't score.
0 points.
39 minutes but didn't score.
And you just need to name one of the 2. I made it easy for y'all. It's one of the 2.
Mitchell Robinson.
No.
Michael Porter Jr.
Nope.
Brooke Lopez.
Mm-mm.
I'm just naming.
Both of these guys make a ton of sense. It's not like some surprise. Trae Young is 21 for 21. These are guys that, like, when you get it right, you can be like, oh, yeah, that makes
Are
sense,
these-
man.
I mean, no hints, no hints.
Alex Caruso.
No. It's a good guess, though.
Let's go. Harrison Barnes.
No. Shout out to HB.
PJ Tucker.
Nope. You think Pierre Tucker had a 39-minute game this season?
I
What
think
the hell?
he had a few games at the end of the season with the Knicks where he was playing a lot of minutes.
39?
I don't
Yeah,
remember
that's
what it's.
crazy.
39 is damn near the whole game. But, I mean, his coachee is who?
Thibodeau.
So it could have been possible.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go Alfred Payton
Nah.
and his little short stint.
So it's not Draymond. Rudy Gobert.
No.
That's a good guess, so.
It's probably someone who does a lot defensively, but they don't score.
It's a good assumption.
So we got Draymond and Rudy out the way.
Mhm.
We got Caruso out the way. We have to go
I think we already got Draymond out the way, too.
Davion Mitchell.
No.
Keon.
Nope. I don't know which Keon you was going, Johnson or Ellis, but they both are.
Let's go with Keon Ellis.
Ryan Dunn.
I don't want to give y'all a hint for this one.
What is the question?
39 minutes played, 0 points scored in those 39 minutes. There's 2 players, and they need to name one of the 2. Derrick already made a good assumption as like these guys are probably defensive guys first, and that
Absolutely.
is 100% true.
No score is playing and not.
Jared Vanderbilt.
No.
Lou Dort.
Lou Dort is one of the 2 players. That is correct. The other player, I gave y'all a hint, and you didn't know it was a hint. I said, who was PJ Tucker's coach?
Thibodeau.
Which means
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart is the other player. Yeah. All right, we got a couple more questions. Everyone remembers when Sandro Mamu had a game where he scored 34 points off the bench in just 19 minutes. Can you name the player with the most points in a single game off the bench in less than 20 minutes outside of Sandro
Lou Williams.
this season?
I didn't know it was the season.
All of these questions have
Every
been this
question's
season.
been this season.
And
Off the bench.
Yep.
Peyton Pritchard.
No. Good guess, though. For what it's worth, this player scored 24 points in just 16 minutes.
damn.
DeAndre Hunter.
No. And not only that, he did this exact thing like 3 times this year.
Ty Jerome.
No. It's a good guess, too, though.
Hey, you cooking with hot grease, boy. I like that.
This guy came off the bench and he did some great shit.
I like where your head at.
Jordan Clarkson.
No.
Maybe 3 years ago. Maybe next year with the Knicks.
Maybe. It's possible.
Devin Vassell.
No.
Stephon Castle.
No.
Keldon Johnson.
No. Y'all just go all Spurs. Just get through the whole roster while you there.
TJ McConnell.
Mm-mm.
He do it in short spurts, so.
That's what she said.
Big Deuce.
Nope.
Yeah, you naming broadcast boys?
Buddy Hield.
I thought of Jason Tatum personally. But
Buddy Hield.
no. Buddy Hield was second on his list, though, so that's a good guess. He had 22 points in 19 minutes.
Malik Monk.
No.
Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley. There you
Oh.
go.
He
There
said
you
no,
go.
and Mike said, yeah.
Malik Beasley, yeah. As soon as he said Malik, it was coming to my mind.
So this question is for all 3 of y'all.
Okay.
Who scored the most points versus your favorite team this season? And Derrick, I got Bucks and Bulls here because I didn't know who you was really repping this year.
Okay.
So you can guess for either of those teams.
Ain't got no Blazer?
Nah, I know he not a Blazers. Got no more.
So against the Bulls usually give up a lot of points to guards.
Jason Tatum is my guess for the Knicks.
Jason Tatum dropped 40 against the Knicks. That was third.
The Bulls gave up 40 to Cat when we were in the building.
Correct, Derrick. We gave up 46, and you know what? I'll give it to you again because he gave us 44 as well. So you got number 2 and number 3, but you didn't get the guy that scored the most points.
Oh shit.
Tatum gave us 40.
Him and Devin Booker are tied for 40, which is third place against the Knicks this year.
That's a question. That's a hard question for me because everybody be wanting to go off against the Lakers.
How many of them games was you watching though?
Wait, the Cat had 2 and 3?
He had 2 and 3. One of them was Derrick Rose night when we went to.
That's insane that he had 2 and 3.
Because he kept scoring like just
late in the game.
Yeah.
One of my guesses is one of them Knicks players, Cat or Jalen Brunson.
No, not for the Lakers.
Okay.
For the Bulls, Trae Young.
No Trae Young.
Steph
Not this
Curry.
year. Nope.
I'm trying to think of who could be attacking Vooch in that drop.
It's a very good assumption.
Jalen Brunson.
Nope.
Dame?
Not Dame.
Because that drop coverage be getting torched.
I'm going to guess Jokic for us.
No.
Jamal Murray.
Nope.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards is number 1, Derrick. You are complete at the Bulls. He had 49 points versus us.
I knew somebody was attacking that drop coverage Vooch play.
But to keep you in the game, can you do Bucks as well?
Yeah.
Look, he confident now. Yeah, I can do Bucks.
So the Bucks also give up a lot of points to guards.
You got in your bag right now. I don't think there's no brain fog from Derrick today. He is in his bag.
That vacation.
Cade Cunningham.
Not Cade for the Knicks. Come on, Derrick, keep that. Come on.
I'm trying to think who be torching Dame though.
Who he tortured Dame?
Who the hell gave us that work?
That's so funny because I'm thinking the same shit. Like
Both of y'all teams gave up 43 points against y'all player, by the way.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No, not Giannis. The Bucks gave up a 50 ball to somebody this year.
Steph?
No.
Trae Young for the Bucks.
No.
Trae Young for the Knicks.
No.
Tyler Hero for the Bucks.
Nope.
Shea?
Shea is number 2 for the Lakers.
Is Shea on there for the
He had
Bucks?
42.
fuck.
Is Shea on there for the Bucks? Too?
No, he's only here against the Lakers. He's not
Okay.
here for any other team. He had 42 against the
I
Lakers.
forgot about his ugly.
And then I'll go.
Anthony Simons.
No, not Ant.
Cade Cunningham.
Not Cade.
Paolo Banchero.
No Paolo.
Tyrese?
Nope.
You know, they got their little rivalry. I thought
Siakam.
No Pascal. Tyrese is on here for some other team, though.
Tyrese?
Tyrese, yeah.
See, for me,
Maybe. Take the guess.
let me get Halliburton.
No.
Tyrese Halliburton.
No.
Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey's here for somebody.
Tyrese Maxey for the Bucks?
Not against the Bucks.
Oh.
Tyrese Maxey for the Lakers.
Yeah, he had 43 against the
Did
Lakers.
Luka give us some work?
Not enough to be top 3.
Okay.
John Morant.
Were these at home?
Oh, I don't have those in
Okay.
front of me.
John Morant?
No. It was somewhat at home for Knicks number 1, I'll tell you that.
Somewhat at home.
How much Vic have? Or was that at home? Or was that in San Antonio? Didn't he have like a battle with the Knicks? Was that,
That
on
was
Christmas?
a year ago.
Oh.
That was this year?
Victor Wembanyama.
You now voting for the Knicks now? yeah. He had 42 against the Knicks this year. That was
I
second
thought
place.
That was 2 years ago. Shit.
That was second
so
place.
43. Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas is 43 against the Knicks this year.
Damn.
I don't remember that game.
I don't either.
Is that the?
I remember the Christmas Day one for sure.
Oh, when he
Damn,
said it
that
was-
was last year. That felt 2. Well, I guess Christmas
Yeah,
is
I
around
remember
the
that
corner.
43 from Cam.
When he said it was somewhat at home, I thought it was someone that was from New York that was just torching the Knicks.
You know. The Bucks, I'll give you the Bucks, Derrick. LaMelo had 50. Luka had 45. Jalen Brunson had 44. All guards. Just all guards
knew it was-
torching them.
I knew it was the guard. I just couldn't. I thought it would be some obscure ones in there.
I got one more question. This is question 11, so it didn't officially make it, but while we're here, we'll do it. This team lost 52 times this year by double digits.
The Wizards.
It is the Wizards. Yeah. They lost 52 games by double
He hit
digits
7
this year.
threes against us.
Who, Cam Thomas?
I got
This
Whitney
was
told us
7
that.
months ago.
That's
Who
crazy.
said that?
Remember
Oh,
Brian
Wendy-
Windhurst?
Wendy-
Yeah, Brian
Wendy.
Windhurst told us about that.
So yeah, that's trivia. I mean, I remember earlier in our days, I used to come with trivia every couple weeks or so. So maybe I'll do that. Y'all let us know in the comment section if you enjoyed it. Or was it too? Maybe it was too long.
Now that was actually hard.
It was a tougher one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It get the brain juices going.
Okay.
So now you know who Joe Mazzulla coach.
Yeah.
What if we went through all 30 coaches again? Would you go 30 for 30?
No,
That's nuts.
What would you go?
I would probably struggle with some of the other things because I definitely don't remember the Nets.
Do it again. Just
That's
try.
nuts to
Just
me.
Derrick.
Because in my mind, if I was in your place and something like that happened on the show, I would make damn sure that
I
I knew
remember
all
it.
30
I had
coaches
my
next
stream.
time.
My stream was they was quizzing me.
Okay, so who coaches the Grizzlies?
That's Thomas Islow.
Okay, he locked.
You would have
I
known
just I said the name right.
Okay.
I don't think I
well
did.
enough. Well enough for us.
You
to
know who
what
I
we're
was talking
Who
about.
coaches the Cavs?
Kenny Atkins,
Bulls.
Billy Donovan.
Kings.
That's fuck. He played for the Kings though.
Okay.
So yeah,
You
Chris
getting
Webber.
better.
Yeah.
You're getting better. Mike Bibby.
I don't know.
It's
I
a
forgot his
good
name.
old like when Pierre first started doing the what college he went to.
Yeah.
You get 7 of them wrong in a row, then you use to say like I used to go home and study. Man, no way in hell you should know all 30 coaches after what happened 3 days
That's
ago.
how I got on my college bag, because my dad would quiz me, and after I got so many wrong, like this ain't his ass gonna be in a rude awakening next time he asks me. Then it got so bad his ass started to get mad, because now I'm asking him shit. Yeah, what college Tyronn Lue went to, mother? You don't know that one, do you, pops?
Oh, I actually don't know that one either.
It's the Chrissy D Mills.
Oh, so you the coach guy.
I'm the guru now.
Can you go to assistant coaches though?
Hell.
Nah,
James Borrego is going from where to where potentially.
I couldn't see this.
Okay.
We just talked about James Borrego, too.
Yeah, we did.
Because he
Because
was
he had an interview somewhere.
with the Knicks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, let's do.
Ain't he on the Cavs?
I actually don't know where he's at. Let's do the top 10 teams that you're most looking forward to watching next season. This is actually really tough. When I put in the group chat, I was like, this should be eaten. Nah, this is because I think it's because it's so much of the offseason, every team has some level of intrigue.
Yeah.
But shit, 20 of them didn't
Can
make the
I
top
emphasize that this is not the best team?
For sure.
This is who you're watching.
Shit, the best-
No, I go off
Watchability.
realism. The best team in the NBA is at the bottom of my 10.
Because they be
Yeah,
blowing
they-
people out.
they blow people
Blowing
out. Why would the Thunder be number 1 for me when I last year they were the best team in the league and I tried to watch and I was like, hey, they're up 17 already. So guess
Yeah.
what?
Speaking of that, when
gone.
is the NBA going to give us the Wrapped again this year?
Oh, that's a good
You
question.
know they has be. You know the NBA apps suck, so they probably forgot about it.
I hope they did it, man, because I'm very curious
No
to
way
who
they
my
just
top
did it
teams
once.
were.
Ain't no way they just did it once.
Because I think that
'Cause
OKC would be in my top
how
3.
long did we wait for last? Didn't it happen like kind of like immediately when the season?
No,
I remember driving home from an off-season show and it hit. I'm gonna see if I can go back in my tweets because I think I tweeted about it.
Oh,
Either way,
a team that's on the top of my list is Orlando.
Damn.
we should go bottom up, right?
Right, I always go bottom up.
Oh,
I always go bottom up.
Who's number 10 for y'all? Most watchable going into next season. Most excited to watch next season.
The NBA lifestyle.
the NBA lifestyle.
My number 10 is the Bucks. The Bucks, without Dame, it still has like that. They don't feel like they could be a complete contender type thing. But as long as they got Giannis, I'm watching the damn Bucks.
That's fair.
Especially with Miles Turner there too.
What about you, Derek?
He's hilarious, bro.
I didn't even get it.
You didn't get it?
What did he say yesterday?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh, that's nuts. That's the inside shit that nobody's gonna get except for us.
Bro,
Just
y'all-
know that every day before an episode, we hit the group chat like, "What we doing tomorrow? What's the title for tomorrow's episode?" And somebody up here gave an answer.
I just realized what y'all doing.
Somebody here gave an answer that was like, "What the hell is going on over here?"
What the hell?
I was taking a L. I was in the middle of packing and no one had said anything. So
You just said you raised your hand for the wrong answer.
Hell no, he went for that quality over quantity.
No, he went to quantity over
Quantity over
quantity.
Bro,
Bro,
Yo, dog.
that title was so fucking hilarious, bro. I read this shit like, he's packing. He's definitely moving. He's in the process of moving.
Did y'all stay in a new place yesterday?
Yeah, well, for the first time.
Okay.
There's
Scary?
boxes and shit everywhere. So no,
Scared?
No ghosts?
no.
Not yet.
My cat's scared.
So it might be a ghost.
Like, cats are just weird. They don't
I
like
guess
change.
ghosts.
Damn, they can't be scared.
Yeah.
They weird because they scared of the
We
new
were just talking
environment.
about this yesterday, man. When you move and you can't tell your animal what the hell is going on.
I took him to the old house first,
They just
and he
be
saw all the
scared.
furniture was gone. He was freaking out.
I would too if my home was gone.
That's all he knows.
Talk about he weird. His little weird ass. Don't mind him. He in a new environment and shit. He going through it. I don't know why. Who your 10?
Number 10 for me, I will put the New York Knicks. I'm excited to see them, especially when you talk about the new additions of Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson. I just think that gave them something that they really needed. Their bench depth was really lacking when it came playoff time, and Thibodeau was forced to play 5 guys. And shit, you saw it during playoff time that fatigue started to kick in.
Hey, shout out to Thibodeau. He didn't do what JJ did though.
Yeah,
For all
he
we
played
say about
5
the
guys for a
minutes,
whole half.
JJ was like, "We are not going home today. Everybody playing every second," and they went home. But like that was unheard. Nobody had ever done that in
No.
recent history. At least Tom Thibodeau will give you sprinkle in deuce minutes and maybe it ended up being too many more minutes than what you need. But get well soon, Tom Thibodeau. I hope you get a job eventually.
My 10
Take a
is
year off.
My 10 is Thunder. Obvious reasons. They're going to be great. They're going to be phenomenal. But man, are they so loaded. I'm putting them 10 because they do have some guys that I like that I can still watch when they blowing teams out, like A.J. Mitchell, Topic, who played really well yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to give them their respect, but they handle business, so it'd be hard to have quality games.
My number 10 is the San Antonio Spurs, baby.
Damn, that's it?
Yeah.
Number 10?
They don't got number 3 on the team no more. What's
Wow.
the reason to watch? No, Wemby and himself. I don't care about anything else on the roster. As long as Wemby is on the team, his team will end up being in my top 10. I guess I'm not as intrigued about them because they haven't made any necessary bigger moves. Like their moves have been very small. It's like, hey, we're going to use the number 2 overall pick. Hey, we're going to do this. And those things are pretty interesting to me. And we didn't really get a big sample size of De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. So I'm excited to see that. So they'll be my number 10.
I'm not mad at it, bro. Excited to see Dylan too.
Yeah, for sure. Was wishing that he was playing some of the summer league, but I'm assuming he's waiting until Vegas. That's where it's really popping. You ain't got to play in these Utahs and was it Golden State, right? They playing in the Chase Center, I'm pretty sure.
Man,
that's what Brian done.
until it's in the Cox Pavilion, it ain't Summer League.
You love the Cox,
What's the other one called?
Thomas and Mack.
Okay,
Yeah.
there it is.
Damn, the only thing he got on his mind is the Cox.
Right.
I just forget about that. I just forget the name of the other one.
They right next to each other.
They actually, yeah, they is.
Number 9, Mike.
My number
Hey,
9.
what he be over there doing?
My number 9 is the Pistons. Still super excited from what they did last year, and hopefully they continue to just get better in another All-NBA season from the
Do you
kid.
have white socks?
Not
Because
many.
you wear black and gray, not gray.
I don't really get many white socks.
Okay.
My number 9 was the Thunder. I'm just excited to see if they could replicate what they did last season. Add Nikola Topic, I'm excited to see how he fit in. But is there a world where Shea can go back-to-back MVP too? Like, I would love to see if he keeps his foot on the gas. Would it be championship hangover? Now, also, when you win the championship, even the bad teams put a target on your back to where now the Wizards, now they coming out even hungrier to try
they
to bust your
championship.
Yeah, they want to beat you even better than they wanted to last year. So once you win that championship, it just puts a whole different target on your
They
back.
can want all they want, though.
Yeah.
I wonder how many nationally televised games the Thunder are going to have after coming off a championship.
Yeah.
How many did they have
Well,
last
you
year?
already know the Lakers are going to dominate that.
Yeah.
They damn near have half of their games on national television, which is so crazy.
Well,
Well, it makes sense, though, because
they was like that when they have Nick Young, Robert Sacre. I was still TNT
yeah.
watching those Laker teams.
You know they dominate that.
Ryan Kelly.
And they probably only going to give
25.
them, they probably only going to get the Lakers even more now since they traded for Luka.
Yeah, they had 25 last season, OKC. That's between ESPN, TNT, ABC, and NBA TV. Who's last, y'all guess?
The Wizards.
No.
Portland.
Hornets.
Portland was last, tied with 2 other teams.
Jazz.
Nope.
Damn.
Jazz has 7. Hornets had 7. Those other teams had 4. And they were probably all NBA TV games. I ain't gonna lie. One of these teams, of course,
Charlotte.
surprised us a ton. So I'm assuming their number's going to go up a
Detroit.
lot. Detroit had only 4. And then the last one is a team that won 30 games last year.
What?
The Nets.
Mm-mm.
Raptors.
Raptors. They also
Oh.
only have 4.
Yeah.
And the Lakers
Is
have
that-
39.
39?
And
We'll give y'all.
it might
we'll
be
give y'all
higher this
2.
season.
Yeah, they're
Who
probably
knows?
going to have like
We'll give
40
y'all
plus
2. We
now.
got something to spell.
Yeah, y'all
they-
might-
might have 41 next season. Half of their games on TV.
And then when the LeBron retire, they gonna have damn near all of them.
Well, he told us he wasn't gonna tell us.
I don't believe that shit.
Me either.
My number 9 is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland.
Really good team. Had some clutch moments last year. I expect them to have the same thing and a little bit of a dogfight Eastern Conference, but they can get entertaining when Donovan Mitchell is going off and when all they guys clicking. And they got one of my guys in Lonzo Ball, so I'll be tuned in here and there when I can. I also like they court when they make it blue, personally.
Better than the other color.
My number 9 is probably way lower than
What
the rest
color?
of y'all.
The like maroonish color.
Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of that color.
Same.
I got the Orlando Magic number 9.
That more than
I have-
color.
Somebody has number 1. That's what
I don't have
No, I
number
said they were
one.
pretty high on my list.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
they're the next team I got because
You started off
I'm
with them, so
super
they would
excited
have
for
been
them.
number 1.
I was just throwing out a name.
Oh.
I got Orlando Magic number 9. The defense, y'all know I'm a defensive oriented guy. I love watching a defense. That's gonna stand true. Desmond Bane addition is really, really interesting. But I still think they might struggle offensively, even though Desmond Bane is on the team.
Yeah.
And all, I don't know. I'm just preparing myself for the offense to just be better for sure, but not like about to be top 10 all of a sudden because Desmond Bane's on the team. Hopefully they surprise me and be better than that. But the defense is enough for me to really be locked in because I like a defense.
Yeah, I'm being optimistic about it. Just because last year, like, it was little times where the Magic were eyesores on offense. Like, there was no other production outside of Franz and Paolo. So if he could give him just a little bit more, then this team's got to be one of the best teams to watch.
Yeah, Desmond Bane helps the three-point issue, but one
He don't
dude can't
solve
fix the worst three-point shooting team in modern history. You know what I mean? He definitely makes it a lot better. But they shot like 31% from 3 as a team last year. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah, but also they had so many injuries. They 2 best players missed like 30 games.
I don't think that has much to do with the three-point shooting, though.
Has a lot to do with the offense in general.
That's fair.
So
Hey, when he's saying something, stop questioning what he's saying.
Got a question.
and
Before you-
Jalen Suggs also missed during the whole season
Educated.
because and he was one of their best 3-point shooters last year. They didn't expect KCP to come out there and can't throw a rock in the ocean. It seemed like that whole team just last year, nothing went right. So that I'm gonna give them some slack.
And they still a playoff team.
Yeah. So for everything to go wrong and for them to still be a playoff team, shows you there's something there. We're on number 8, right? Or are we on number?
My number
I don't know
8
what y'all
was the Magic.
Okay, did I give my 8?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember. Oh, well, in my 8, I think it was. What did I just say? I don't remember what I
You
just.
didn't. You never went.
Oh, I never went. Okay, my
He
number 8
did
is
the
Spurs.
Magic. He did the Magic as
Because
well.
he had number 9. It was Magic. I had 8, which is still Magic.
Okay, my number 8 is the Spurs. My number 8 is the Spurs. I'm excited to see Vic. I'm excited to see Dylan Harper. So I'm excited to see eventually that 3-guard lineup that they might throw out there too. So I'm excited to see if there's a big jump from this team. Like, are they legit or are they still gonna go through some developmental phase next season?
I hope so. I want them to be a playoff team so bad.
Same.
And it's kind of sucks because like they so young, so it's like it feels like you rushing it. But man, I want to see the legacy of Vic be real. You know what I'm saying? So like him being super young and being able to take his team to the playoffs and do something like it's just gonna add to it.
So funny.
Austin shirt little.
It
is?
Shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't even see it.
My shirt little too right now, but damn, his shit real little.
My number 8 team is the Boston Celtics. I am very excited to see this team as they transition and also not have Jason Tatum. Because I don't know if that means Derrick White is going to play at an all-star level. I don't know if that means Jaylen Brown is about to show us something that we're not aware of him. I'm not sure if Peyton Pritchard going to go from 6-man to damn, he should be a starter. I'm just very interested to see how this is going to look. Not saying they're going to run off with the East, but I also don't expect them to be the bottom of the barrel, just a garbage-ass team. They still have a lot of strong pieces. And Anthony Simons is still on his team.
Yeah, they haven't
Anthony
been able to trade
Simons,
him.
I have not seen in an environment like this where he's going to be on a team with this much talent.
Did they officially announce him?
No.
I know they were looking to move him.
Yeah, but a lot of those
That's
moves
probably why they haven't.
that was parallel, they kind of fought. Like the Clippers are kind of out of it now with the John Collins trade. The Miami Heat just made a
No,
trade.
they did his welcome yesterday.
Oh, they did?
So
okay.
it's official.
Okay, perfect.
Oh. You know how the Portland Trailblazers gave up 2 seconds in that trade?
Yeah.
They did not anymore. Drew Holiday had a physical that I guess they didn't like something in it, and they rescinded the 2 second-round picks. So now it's just a 1-to-1 trade.
Damn.
Damn.
There you go.
What the hell's in his physical?
Hopefully it ain't no.
He got that I don't want to be here itis.
Oh.
That shit really do stuff to you, man.
Because he was with the Celtics, he probably would have been cleared.
Yeah.
He would have been all right.
Yeah, and it couldn't have been that bad because they would have redid the whole trade.
Yeah, similar to what they did with the Lakers.
Because you're about to pay a decent amount of money. So they just found something that they can finesse the system with.
The Celtics one is interesting. I wonder if, based on what their roster is right now, Missoula ball feels like something that has to evolve. And I'm curious to see, like, it wouldn't surprise me if they jacked up the most 3-pointers in NBA history again. But if they didn't, that would make sense to me compared, like,
Why?
because of their roster construction.
I think.
Because Anthony Simons ain't shot.
Oh, no, he going to get us up for sure.
I would go with the first one. It's like they probably couldn't be the same way they did last year just because it's probably even better to be that strong 3-point shooting team when you lose some of your star power because
They
you
just
can
don't have a
make up
stretch
for it.
center no more. That's all.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't think they won't be a top 10 defense, I don't think. I think this is going to be hard.
Well, their back line is pretty interesting. So,
Yeah. And
What
then you
is
also,
it?
Nemaz Queta, Cicada Hours.
And then you also got Anthony Simons at the point, not at the point of attack, but he's also on the court.
Sure.
He's not anything defensively. Maybe there's a different thing that they unlocked from him. Maybe he just didn't want to defend in Portland.
I'll say no.
I never really subscribed to any of that shit. Yeah, man, we could just get him to play like he did 6 years ago. Then everybody's great.
I'll take that over a guy who ain't never did it. I'll try to bring back DeJounte Murray being a defender than to have a guy who in 8 years ain't never defended shit and say we finna get.
He's
him to
always at the
defend.
bottom of the list of like defensive BPM.
Yeah, all of a
Always at the
sudden we
bottom.
finna make him buy in.
So here's their projected starting lineup according to Hoops Hype. It is Derrick White, Anthony Simons, Jaylen Brown, George Niang, and Nemaz Queta. Off the bench, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Baylor Shireman, Jordan Walsh, Luka Garza. Golly, they could run a full white man lineup if they wanted to. J.D. Davison, Hugo Gonzalez, Josh Minot, and Xavier Tillman round out the rest of the roster.
Yeah, that roster is dookie chips.
Hey, they got some names.
You
though.
don't believe in the
trip on
Jaylen Brown
Baylor.
27 point per game season?
Don't trip on
Hey,
Baylor
I'm
Shireman,
extremely excited to see number one option Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that team. And it's gonna sound like a lot of close games.
Is it on
It's
UKB?
My number 8 is where we're
Focus,
at.
man.
I was looking at the depth chart again, trying to figure out what the hell could they do on that back. Peyton Pritchard's going to be able to score for sure. I guess you're kind of evaluating who Baylor Shireman is now as at the NBA level.
And Cater.
But that's center position. Golly. Luka Garza. Who can hoop? But can he hoop in the NBA? I guess is the real question. We know he can dominate other leagues. All right, my number 8 was the Dallas Mavericks, man. They're very similar to my previous team where it's like the defense is going to hold me on and make me really lock into this team. I think that they may have some creation issues very early on until Kyrie comes back. But other than that, like, they did just have the first overall pick, and I just saw a video when we were waiting of him knocking down threes in practice, and it looked fluid, and I know it's practice, but I'm hyped for some Cooper Flag minutes and everything. So they got to be on my list. Even though, like, the fan base is great. The players are great. I just don't fuck with Nico.
I love me some Nico, man. He did one of the best favors in history for me. If
All
Nico
right.
don't got nobody. Nico got me.
That's crazy.
That really is crazy.
I've never seen somebody ride for a GM like that.
I mean, he got gifted Luka Doncic. So if I was in this position, I'd probably say the same shit. But I feel like just looking at the roster and like the coaching staff, it would be an easy team to root for.
Yeah.
Like they got a lot of guys over there
We
that I
might
really
just
like.
get hit with the Nico. Make a whole Drake Meek Mill remix instead of Rico. Make it Nico.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's fly through some of this list. I just
What are
realized
your
what
number
time it
7,
was.
Mike?
My number 7 was also the Mavericks, and I feel like this is a little bit of the revenge tour too for Anthony Davis in terms of like he's showing why the Mavericks should still be in a good place right now.
Yeah, that was my number 7 too. was
My
the
number
Mavs.
7 is the Los Angeles Lakers. Because boy, I don't know what is going on. They got Luka, they got LeBron. The rest of this, I'm trying to see them figure it out. I think we're going to have a lot of close games in LA. When you got Luka in close games, you got Magic. So I'll be tuning in to that.
Can't wait for him to bring out the AC-130 camera to get a call.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell is he going with that one?
The AC-130 camera, the helicopter angle.
Number 7?
Yep.
I got the New York Knicks.
Hey.
I'm excited to see what Mike Brown can turn Karl-Anthony Towns to. Because I was just thinking about it, like, Karl-Anthony Towns was All-NBA, second team this season, or maybe third team. He was All-NBA player regardless. And I truly don't believe his number was called nearly as much as it should have been, and he still made an All-NBA appearance.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mike Brown can't use him like Sabonis because he's not the passer that Sabonis is, but, like, I'm pretty sure Mike Brown is going to empower him to get some touches outside of where he was last season. And that's the most interesting part of the New York Knicks to me next year.
I'm not mad at it. I have the Warriors at number 6. Still got Steph Curry on the team, man. He's still playing at a super high level. He's always going to be in my top 10.
For me, at number 6, I had the Indiana Pacers. I'm excited to see them with no Hallie, no Miles Turner. And I think it's going to be fun to see Nembhard. Like, I think we're going to see another leap from Nembhard. We've seen him take steps in the playoffs. But I think since he's now going to have a full green light to pretty much be able to run the show, I'm excited to really see him do that.
I'm surprised that they made the list, man.
Same.
You big J Huff guy.
Yeah, they did just acquire him.
Shout out to J Huff.
My 6 is the Spurs. A lot of the same reasons y'all said. Love what they've been doing in the offseason. Cornette, Harper, obviously full year of De'Aaron Fox and Wemby. Year 2, Stephon Castle. Gonna be a movie out there in San Antonio. Mitch Johnson.
My
see ya.
6 is
Atlanta.
the Atlanta Hawks, baby.
Hey.
That's my 5, so I'm right with you.
The Atlanta Hawks, baby. Trae Young, talk to me nicely season. I did see he posted in his Instagram story some shit that people are speculating that they lowballed him on a contract extension. Whatever. This is the year, Trae. If you make All-NBA first team, they can't lowball you the second time around.
Yeah.
So let's go hoop, baby. Let's go see what we got.
We got kind of a similar list because I got ATL next too.
Yeah, you've been copying my list somehow.
Yeah,
we were in
'cause
Discord yesterday, so
Yeah, you're right. But I love the pace that Atlanta plays with. And again, them adding the defensive identity, they're just one of the funner teams to watch in the NBA. And then they still have Trae Young, who's the head of the snake. And I mean, like you could beat any team on any given night with this type of roster. And I feel more confident at them getting into the playoffs and also trying to make something happen once they get there.
Yeah, for me, next is the Warriors. I'm excited to see Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, whatever they do with Kuminga, whether they trade him and get more assets or they bring in some more value. But I just think being able to have a full season of Steph and Jimmy can only be a benefit. We saw it during the second half of the season be extremely good. They damn near didn't lose. So I think that's going to be something that they could probably continue to build up on for the next season. Not that they're going to continue to. They were like dominating. I don't remember what the
really
record
good.
was. I don't think they're going to dominate, but I think they could still be an extremely good team to where they essentially are out of the play-in.
it's fair.
My next team was the Hawks at number 5 for me. A lot of the same reason. I'm excited what they did. I think they had one of the best off seasons. I'm buying into Trae Young as a dark horse MVP candidate. I think that boy gonna hoop. Dyson Daniels gonna lock up. My boy Jalen Johnson on the return. This team is gonna make some noise out east. I cannot wait to see it.
My number 5. They didn't do much this offseason. They made one trade, which we like. But the Cavs are one of my favorite teams to watch last year. And if they just run the same shit back, that's enough for me to sit in my chair to watch them play. There ain't no bigger Evan Mobley guy than the one right here. So I'm excited to see Evan Mobley potentially take more than 13 shots in a game. Y'all think he can do that? Y'all think they're going to empower him to do that?
I would hope
Should.
so.
You should. My number 4 is the Spurs. Who you have him at like 9 or 10?
Yeah, I had him at 9. Or number 10. I had 10.
Vic is my favorite player. One of my favorite players in the league right now. I'd say probably like top 3
Okay.
because he's just a cheat
I'm about to
code.
say, Ja Morant
I
lost
was about
that
to say,
spot.
how often do y'all favorite players shift around?
That
He
is
said,
okay.
Dame.
I'd say it's probably Luka.
Was Luka one of your favorite pre-Laker?
He was. But I think once he became a Laker, it kind of escalated.
Okay.
Damn, you snorkeling over there?
Snorkeling is crazy.
But no, Vic is literally the human cheat code. I mean, like if he's on the court, you got to watch ball.
My number 4 is the Magic. I'm excited to see Desmond Bain on this team. I'm excited to see this big jump from Paulo that I thought it was coming last season, but unfortunately he fucking tore his oblique. And same with Franz Wagner. Unfortunately, he
You
tore
say
his oblique.
proportionately? Yeah.
When your 2 best players tear their obliques, it just brings the whole morale of the team down.
My next team is the New York Knicks. All we do is swish, and we do it in nice kicks.
Did you say
We
Lakers
don't really
yet?
give a flick.
No, not yet, KB. We ain't get there.
I was curious to see if
hey,
y'all were gonna have your favorite
hey.
teams there.
Mike Brown is in town. Everybody move around. If you were above us last year in the standings, hey, you're moving down. Welcome, Mike Brown.
around.
Hey, and we got Mikal. He's going to put Luke and LeBron ass in a cell. They're going to be in jail. I'm happy, can't you tell?
The Will Smith ass bars.
What's that smell? No, I'm the Knicks, baby. We're going to be back doing our thing. Mike Brown going to have this offense looking real sexy. And we're going to be flowing, going, and free throwing.
That shirt is little. I just see.
Number 4 on my list.
He said your shirt little.
Number 4 on my list is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another team that hasn't done anything super crazy, but they got Rudy Gobert and they got Anthony Edwards and they got Nas Reed.
There,
Yeah, Rudy Gobert's my guy.
man.
I'm laughing at Mike talking about he need to get Devon his shirt back.
I ain't say that. I ain't say that for you.
I do have that shirt. That might be mine.
The free shirt that we got.
I'm joking.
Go ahead, Mike.
My number 3 was LA,
Oh, I thought
Which-
you meant
which
his
LA?
shirt.
the Lakers.
Oh, okay. you gotta
Yeah,
specify.
you're
It's two
right. I
teams.
should specify, but I got the Lakers. Obvious reasons, but also, man, I'm curious to see how well the Luka and DeAndre Ayton thing works out.
Okay.
My number 3 is the Sixers. Excited to see Joel Embiid come back. Excited
Yeah,
to see
that's
a
fair.
bounce back from Paul George, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe is now there. So yeah, I think they got a lot of interesting pieces that I'm excited to watch. Really interested to see what they do with Quentin Grimes. So yeah, if they can come back with their full roster, including Quentin Grimes, this is a team that I'm definitely tuning into.
It's fair.
My number 3 is the Los Angeles Clippers. Not the Lakers, the Clippers. Healthy Kawhi, James Harden. I love the additions that they made. John Collins, I think, pairs well with James Harden. I'm excited to see them be able to scoop up Bill on a buyout market and potentially Chris Paul, man. I think this team is going to be a team that can really do some things in the regular season, and we'll see what happens in that postseason.
My number 3 is the defending champion OKC team. They got everything I would have wanted in an NBA team. People in our comment section last season called me a OKC Glazer, but they were just that fucking good. And I think they're going to be good this year as well. They got players that can create for themselves. They got Alex Caruso. They got Cason Wallace. Well, I don't know if y'all remember when we did that draft stream. I tweeted, OKC, y'all got room for me because they drafted my favorite prospect in that draft, and he continues to be good. And Chet Holmgren, like you mentioned last time, I mean, he's some oxtail, so he might put on an extra 15, 20 pounds going to next season. You may not be able to go straight through his chest no more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for it. Top twos.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Denver.
Do we all have
My
Denver?
number 2 is Denver.
I have Denver at 2.
I got Denver. My
Okay.
number 2 is the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, go Denver.
Time and time again, Jokic he's just like something to watch. I feel like everything, and any given night, he could do something historical. I mean, we're literally watching like one of the best big men to ever play the game. Like, no matter even how many times he done bust the Lakers' ass, like I still can't do nothing but watching him.
Yeah, I just think they went out and they got complimentary pieces around him that I think are going to come in and fit well with Cam Johnson. I just went blank. I'm mad because I literally thought Bruce Brown, they went out and got, and Valanciunas. So yeah.
And Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, and Tim Hardaway. They signed him to a nice little 1-year deal. So I'm excited for their offseason.
Yeah, no notes on that. Jokic is still my most favorite watching basketball. So
Yeah. They got rid
Dallas
of MPJ.
Mavericks. Hey, man.
Then I think you were going to have them top 2. That's a very
So
tough.
we might all have the same number 1 then.
Houston Rockets.
The Houston
Houston
Rockets.
Rockets, yeah.
They should be the funnest watch.
Yeah, we all got Houston number 1, dog. That's a lot of pressure, Houston. You better not be sucky.
They got Kevin Durant, man. They'll be cool.
Hey, last year's Suns team was sucky to watch with Kevin Durant.
But
I'm
Kevin
just
Durant
saying-
didn't have these type of pieces around him.
Okay. Somebody did send me a clip of because I mentioned on last episode because you were asked. I think your drop the mic was like something to do with
Kevin Durant's teams.
Kevin Durant's teams,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't remember how we talked about the Suns before. Somebody showed me the clip that we was all in on that Suns team. Obviously, this is different,
Yeah.
but revisionist history.
Was this before they traded Chris Paul and
Yeah.
Aiden, though?
yeah,
has to
yeah. This
be
is when he first.
Okay,
ended up there.
yeah. Because, it's easy to be high on them when they have Chris Paul and Aiden, Devin Booker and KD. Like, yeah. But then they traded those two. So then, yeah.
Well, you talking about in that moment though, how we felt about it.
Yeah.
Like that shit definitely sounded on paper because you would have thought they had to give up Aiden or something like that to get Kevin Durant.
Well, I love watching the Rockets team last year before they got Kevin Durant. So now that they have Kevin Durant, it's like, oh, they're number 1 on the list now instead of being number 9 or
Shout out to
something.
what they did though with trading Cam Whitmore into a situation that was best fitting for him.
Yeah, it's good GMing. Sometimes it ain't all about the asset; it's about the player and the person.
Yeah, it seems like they all seemed like they liked Cam Whitmore a lot. They just knew realistically it was just hard to really find minutes for him consistently, especially if he wasn't going to lock in defensively like Ime would want him to.
Now I can go to a team. Well, I don't know. We talked about this on Linear. That they got a lot of pieces over there that we don't know exactly.
It's gonna be tough to figure it out.
While I'm here on this site,
You
let
gonna
me
look at the
see what
projected?
their projected start lineup is, or projected rotation on this
Because
site.
it's either do they go vets or young?
Let's see if it'll load up for me.
Interesting. That is a good question.
If you would have came to work yesterday, you would have been a part of this conversation. I'm just talking.
I'm assuming like you would go younger. But I'm
Well, I
like,
think
even if your vets started,
CJ and Chris definitely start. I think Marcus Smart probably comes off the bench.
I wish I could tell you the site's not loading all of a sudden, so it might be GG's.
yeah. The other question we're trying to see: do you have CJ or Bub start?
I think
probably-
CJ starts.
Yeah,
over
CJ
Bub.
starts.
But there's where they start together.
Yeah.
So who knows? Who knows? Well, it's not loading. We got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this episode, leave it a like, subscribe. Let us know your top 10 teams you're most looking forward to watch. Shout out to our GOAT, Derrick Rose, for stopping by. Go check out Chestivals when it happens this weekend. Shout out to Rose and them. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace. Got to work on my chess game.